Southampton 1, Liverpool 0, and our away day performances just aren't getting any better, folks. If anything, they're getting worse. I'm going to call this exactly like I see it. That was pathetic, that was cowardly, and that was unacceptable of a group of players who are capable of a lot more than we are seeing recently. I don't know what the hell is going on behind the scenes at Liverpool or what's going on to cause this, but our front three look absolutely petrified to take a player on or to have a damn shot. So many times during that game, particularly in the first half, Sadio Mane had chances to attack and run at the defence, and he didn't. He stayed there, he cut inside, he had his shot blocked. And again, I'm going to say this, and I don't mean this to sound salty, so I want to prepare for what I'm about to say by saying the fact that yes, we played absolutely horrendous and deserved nothing from that game. But 3 decisions in that game, yet again, that were, let's say, questionable or at least worth the shout for a penalty. One of them, a handball. People will say his hand was by his side and he was blocking it. The other one, a clear trip on Sadio Mane in the left-hand channel, nothing doing. And the last one, maybe a contentious dive, maybe not so, from Sadio on the edge of the box. But nothing, yet again, going our way. Now, we don't deserve anything to be going our way. I don't mean it to sound that way at all, because we were pathetic. We were terrible. I can't look back and say that I didn't agree with the team selection, because I thought it was good. I looked at it, seen the 11, and I thought, actually, the words I actually used at the time were, this is going to be an attacking side from Liverpool. And yeah, 2 minutes into the game, Trent Alexander-Arnold can't defend better than a 10-year-old from a free kick that was very simple. He was horrendous. Danny Ings finished it. We're 1-0 down. We're chasing the game for the rest of the match. And you know what? We could have been there for a fortnight and we probably wouldn't have scored. The one shot we had was from Sadio Mane, and my dog probably could have kicked the ball harder than that was going near Fraser Forster. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm never going to hold back my opinions. I praise us to the hills when we win, and I don't mind losing if we lose to a team and we show up and they play better. But week after week, we are being worse and worse and worse. We thought Thiago back might make a difference. He may well do. He may be not there yet, but he got a full 90 into him today, and it didn't really make too much of a difference. Our fullbacks are just cutting back inside and being far too obvious, and when they are playing across, they're playing it like we have Peter Crouch in the box, and they're playing across in to centre-backs where there's 4 centre-backs to 1 defender. It's wrong decision after wrong decision, and I don't want to hear from Klopp or anybody else any of this low block bollocks, because that was not a low block. Southampton did not sit back there and play with a low block. They just outperformed us playing our own system. They outperformed us playing the way we play, because they wanted it more, they were fought harder, and maybe a little few breaks of the ball went their way at times, but that happens in football. They wanted it more than us, and it's not good enough. We're not going to win anything playing like this. If I've thought to myself, yeah, we can't get much worse, got a load of injuries, can't blame that on Virgil van Dijk, can't blame that on Joe Gomez. That was about not being able to create anything at all. We didn't take shots, our forwards look like they're petrified and scared to do anything. Where's the Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane and Bobby Firmino that we all know and love? Even one of them on form. Are we going to have to wait for Diogo Jota to come back to actually have a forward that's capable of doing something? And again, what has Takumi Minamino done? How can you keep blanking the man? Klopp sings his praises in the media, says how well he takes on instructions, how well he's doing in training, how up to speed he is, and week after week after week, the poor lad gets left on the bench when players who probably haven't got a future at the club are being brought on, and he's sitting there, I don't know, playing fucking games on his phone. I don't know what he's doing, but it's mind-boggling what's going on here. Maybe you guys have an answer. Maybe you guys can read the game. And look, any United fans or any City fans in the chat, you've every right to be happy right now, and you've every right to banter the shit out of us. Because if it was the other way round, I would be tearing United a new asshole. Because we were fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Right, let me see how you guys are feeling. Salah's getting bad, if I'm being honest. Takumi's amazing. Jurgen's will give him a chance. Scores a goal and then gets just fucked on the sideline. Takumi Minamino comes in, puts in a great shift, scores the goal. We're all saying, brilliant. Taki looks ready. Takumi Minamino looks fantastic, and then nothing. Not even a sniff. Chasing the game today again, didn't bring him on. Like James Milner on for Trent Alexander-Arnold somewhat makes sense because Trent was horrendous, but that's not going to change the game. That's not going to bring us the attacking intent we needed. Players just sitting there on the bench that could have made a difference. Takumi Minamino, I'm going to keep saying it. Why is he not getting a chance? What has he done? Has he shagged Klopp's dog or something? I honestly am baffled as to what he's done. And as for the goal, I'm looking at the replay of it now. It's a basic chipped free kick. Trent looks like he does his best to get out of the way of the ball, and fair play to Danny Ings. Good finish from Danny Ings. I've got nothing but respect for the man. I hope Danny Ings continues to go on, has a great career. It's great to see him injury free and getting a run of games, but from our point of view, ladies and gentlemen, that is pathetic, and that is not acceptable from this team and that manager with the players we have at our disposal. Even with Gomez injured, even with Jota injured, even with Van Dijk injured, we still had an 11 out there full of internationals, full of top level players, and they shit themselves yet again. These are not lads that we call cowards. These are not a group of players that I've ever thrown this label at. Look back through every video of this channel and you won't see me, even when we lose, you won't see me calling them players cowardly. But today, there was a lack of leadership, there was a lack of people taking responsibility in the final third, and it was quite frankly pathetic and not good enough. And we ain't winning shit playing like that. We're not winning anything. The FA Cup, what's he going to do there? Heaven knows what team will get for the FA Cup. Caelan said, I don't know why people are crying for a centre-back. We ain't scoring goals. Defensively, we're doing well. 1 goal in 3 games isn't fixed by a centre-back. I couldn't agree more, mate. I could not agree more. It was not the centre-back's fault today that Trent Alexander-Arnold was afraid of the football and didn't put his chest or his head on it. It's not their fault. As he said, other than that, we defended all right. We defended all right, but we didn't create anything. Nothing. Every time we got into the box, wrong decision. Salah afraid to shoot, Sadio Mane afraid to shoot, and I just don't know why. I don't know. Carl said we still don't need a centre-back. Look, regardless of the centre-back issue, we can push that to one side, because I'd like to see us get a centre-back. Yes, of course I would. I would like to see us go out and get one, yes. But what's really worrying me is, I said against Newcastle, I understood we missed a couple of chances. Salah missed some, Mane missed some, but we were getting into the right positions. We were creating the opportunities, and it's more worrying if you don't create. Do you remember when I said that? Well, here comes today, where we didn't create. We created nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ball after ball was being crossed in and blocked. Southampton players wanted it more than we did in the penalty area. And again, this is the second game in a row where we get fortunate enough to get a late corner past the injury time, past the time added on, and 2 weeks in a row, like a bunch of idiots, we take a short corner and allow the referee to blow up. Why? Put the ball into the box. You know that time's already up. You know you've gone past the allotted time. You know you've gotten lucky to get the corner. Don't go short. Put it into the mixer and give the lads a chance to do something. But no, yet again, we do it. 2 weeks in a row. I screamed about it last week, and I'm screaming about it again. It's wrong decision after wrong decision. Here's an idea. Stop making fucking videos for Liverpool's YouTube channel. Stop chatting and being happy, and actually put some work in on the fucking training piece that makes a difference. Because I don't know what's gone wrong with this team. I don't give a shit about fixture congestion. They're as tired as every other set of players. They've had the same season as most other sets of players. And again, we say we have a little blip, we go to a little sticky patch, it happens, blah, 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 blah. We've been drawn against Newcastle, Southampton, West fucking Brom. Come on. It's just unacceptable. Exciting title race now from United fans and Michael Kennedy. Michael, I'm going to be blunt, mate. If Liverpool continue to play like that, we won't be part of that title race. My confidence week after week is ebbing away bit by bit by bit. I honestly could not foresee that we could continue to decline away from home. I couldn't see it. I didn't know how we could get any worse. I thought to myself, this is it, Craig, don't worry. Klopp will sort it out. These players will be ashamed of what they're after doing in recent weeks. They'll want to go back. What have we done now? Said to Manchester United, you know what, lads? You go off to Burnley, and if you pick up 3 points, we'll be behind you in the league table. A league table that we should have been so far further ahead in. And look, I call it as I see it. If people think I'm being too critical, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. But my opinion is that was pathetic from start to finish. That's my take on it. And again, I have my own take on the VAR incidents. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in them. And again, if you're a United fan, please give the honesty that I gave around the Paul Pogba incident. I said during my watch-along on Mundo Sporto that was a penalty for Pogba. That was my belief at the time. Today, Sadio Mane was clipped. The man even put his hands up and nothing. VAR did nothing, the ref did nothing. Potential handball, VAR didn't ask the ref even to go over and have a look at it. And another incident where Mane was, let's say, he fell down on the edge of the box. I'm not saying it was or it wasn't, but everything, every one of these decisions that are even 50-50 aren't going anywhere near our favour. But again, I'm saying this not to try and make excuses for the players, because we don't deserve anything with performances like that. I'm saying it because it is blatantly ridiculous that you can see Paul Pogba's one, which I thought was a penalty, and stand over and not give that Sadio Mane one where he was clearly tripped. I don't even know what to say. Not even VAR to look at it. What's the point of them being there? I understand that I get the banter and I understand this sounds salty, but I am heartbroken. I am absolutely heartbroken. As football fans, our weeks, our days revolve around Liverpool results. And all we ever ask for from the guys to put that shirt on is to go out there and give 100%. Not to be cowards, not to show yourself and get yourself into position for a shot only to not pull the trigger and roll the ball across. Not to cut back inside when you have a chance to take on the fullback. Take the tough take the tough decision. Don't be a coward. Take the man on. Take the man on. And our passing, as for our passing, sideways, backwards, obvious. There's just nothing to it. It's just ridiculous. And how? How can that team go from the heights that we've been at and the levels that we've played at to that? I'm looking at the stats now. Passing accuracy 80%, possession 67%, attempts 16, on target 1. And that was barely a shot. That's pathetic away from home against anybody. The Southampton are a good, well-drilled side. Ralph Hasenhutl's Houlden side deserve their win today. But look, folks, I'm just fuming. Michael said, let's hope you're wrong and would love a United City Liverpool race. Keep up the great work. Thank you, mate. I have another super chat to get through from Corey. He said, the players should be absolutely donate their wages for the last 3 games to charity or something. It's pathetic. It is just pathetic. It's unacceptable. And I'm not saying this as a spoiled fan who's won lots of stuff. I'm saying this as somebody who just wants 100% effort week in and week out. 50-50 balls, we should be lashing into them, but we're not. It's just, honestly, guys, it's just... Maybe a United fan or somebody can explain to me what's going on from an outside perspective, because all I feel right now is anger and frustration. What have we got? Kate said Hendo's second half plan was to keep going. A fucking brilliant plan that was. Brilliant. Keep going. That must have taken a long time. Many clips did they have to pull out for that one? You know what, lads? Keep going. Keep going. At what? At being obvious. At doing the same thing over and over again. And when the pattern of play that hasn't worked 300 times doesn't work, we continue with the same pattern of play? No. I said before we have no plan B. I said that about a week ago, and a Liverpool fan pulled me up and said, you're talking out your arse. Well, am I? Where's the fucking plan B? Where is it? What have we done? What have we changed in games? Nothing. We've kept banging our heads against the same brick wall and kept coming up with the same thing. A headache. That's it. Tom Spencer said we need Jota's attacking mentality back. Firmino took over for a bit, but he's lacking now. Again, Minamino scores a goal, puts in a good performance and hasn't had a sniff since. Why? Why? Today would have been a perfect day. Chamberlain's coming back from injury. I understand him not being up to the speed of the game yet. I understand that he might not be there yet. But it was clear very early that it wasn't working for Chamberlain. So why not give Minamino an opportunity? I've nothing against Shaqiri coming on, by the way. At least he injected some type of urgency into the situation. Too many of our players giving that to the referee today when they should have been giving that to each other. That's what they should have been doing. But no, looking for outs, looking for excuses. That is not this Liverpool team. That's not the mentality that's got this Liverpool team to where they've gotten to. I'm sorry, it just isn't. Sorry, I'm going to read through some more of your comments now, because if I just keep ranting, it's only going to get worse. Henderson missed in midfield, said Nigel. We'll lose to United playing like this. Eddie said Liverpool need a creative player like a Bruno Fernandes. We need to spend on a centre-back in the market, said Isa. Nico Williams should start the next game, said Seamus Moore. Yeah, Trent's not at it at the minute. And again, players go through bad spells. I get it. I mean, I'm not going to go too harsh on Trent. He's come back from injury and he hasn't had his form yet. And it happens. But yeah, maybe he does need a spell on the sidelines. Maybe he does need to be, things do need to be shaken up a little bit. No player should be infallible and no player should be undroppable. What has Mohamed Salah offered in that game today? Can anybody tell me anything that he did other than not take the shot when he had the opportunity? Because to me, he should be sitting on the bench for the next game. He does not deserve to be starting after his last couple of performances. Even when he did have a one-on-one, which he was offside in with Fraser Forster, he still fucked it up. Still did it. Last week, chance after chance, missed. But yeah, we keep giving him a starting berth. Why? He shouldn't be undroppable. If he's playing shit, drop him. Rotate him. Rest him. Whatever you want to call it. Philippe said even if we beat United, we'll only be level on points with them and we play Spurs away. Klopp needs to do something. Players wake up. Salah seems to be missing loads of sitters, said Dylan. Salah's still sulking about not being captain. If he is, then as you've said, Steve, and of course I don't know if he is or isn't, but if he is, it is pathetic. But why not switch the wingers? Again, I said it during my commentary of the game today. When Mane was doing nothing on that side and Salah was doing nothing on this side, why not swap them around and give the defender something else to think about? It just seems to be the same thing. Sideways, try switch the ball quickly, create an overload, and then what do we do when we do create the overload? We cut back inside, and that allows Southampton's defenders to reset, and the chance is gone. It's frustrating as hell. It's like we became Arsenal, said Christian. Do you know what? Look, we deserve to be bantered. Anybody who's an opposition fan right now saying laugh and joke, we deserve it. Have at it. Because I tell you what, if it was the other way around, I'd be the same. It's part of the fun, it's part of the frustration, but my God, how can we be this bad away from home? 1 in 8 now. 1 win in 8. Paul Smith said, I've said it all along, we're not winning the title without major reinforcements. Thiago said, I'm just hoping Burnley can beat United. Again, we shouldn't have to be hoping for stuff like that, mate. We shouldn't have to be hoping that Sean Dyche's Burnley can go and beat Manchester United. We should have been out there today, taking care of our business against Newcastle, taking care of our business against Mr. Bisto and West Bromwich Albion, but we haven't. And it's just not good enough. And it's not a blip. It's not 1 week's bad performance. It's carrying over now. And you have to ask yourself why. And I don't know why. I don't know if the heads have dropped in the dressing room. I don't know if there's something going on that we're not hearing about behind the scenes. But whatever it is, it needs to be nipped in the bud. And it needs to be nipped in the bud quickly, or Liverpool ain't maintaining this title. Not a chance. We'll definitely get top 4 at this rate. Well, look, Jesus, I mean, that shouldn't be the objective. The objective should be to retain the title, mate. And we always have a blip in the season. We always have a period where we're not great. Last year, a bit of an exception. We were fantastic all the way through. Dropped off a bit at the end when the title was won, but I can't explain it. I'm honestly baffled. I don't want to just keep cursing and keep getting angry because it doesn't help anybody. Do you think we'll win against United? Do you know what? If they can't get themselves up for that game, and we don't snap into tackles, and we don't want it as much as the other team, then no. No. If we play like that, United are beating us. It's as simple as that. And anybody who thinks otherwise is deluded. There's no fans inside Anfield, remember. It's just 2 teams on a pitch. Yes, we're used to it. Yes, it's useful surroundings. But there's no fans to be that 12th man there. There's nobody to carry us if we're not playing well. If we show up on the 17th of January and play like that, we're going to get our asses handed to us. Now, I'm hoping beyond hope that we don't. The spark comes from somewhere. Somebody stands up in the dressing room with a pair of bollocks and says, this isn't good enough, lads. You, and you start taking responsibility. Somebody needs to do that. We've been blessed with leaders in this team. You look around who's there. Henderson, Milner, Thiago. Senior professionals. Senior players who've been there and done it. Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah. Players who go and captain their countries. Players who go and achieve things at the top level. And they're all standing out there like cowards. Nobody willing to take responsibility. Nobody willing to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and drag us over the line. Away from home, 1 shot on target from 16 is pathetic. Do you still think we'll win the league? We're definitely not the favourites. That's what I'll say now. We've gone from my position A few weeks ago where I thought we'd win it by 5 or 6 points and we were the favourites, to now not being the favourites. You'd have to say City or United at this moment in time, if we keep playing like that, are probably going to be the favourites. And it's up to us to pull ourselves back into the title race. It's not too far gone yet. We can still change this. We can get it back in our own destiny. But my God, we can't perform like this for much longer. Something needs to be done. People need to be dropped and questions need to be answered, because this is not good enough from this Liverpool side. A lot of people saying we miss Van Dijk. Yes, I get that. Of course we miss Virgil van Dijk. Any team in the world would. But we were performing okay without Van Dijk. Fabinho had slotted in and done really well at centre back. So I can't just accept that that's the excuse. Yes, we've had Jota out as well, but we still have Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, Mohamed Salah, who should be more than capable. Between them now, this is just not good enough. We have Villa next, yes we do, and heaven knows what team will go out. He'll probably give Minamino a game, he'll score a hat-trick and then he won't start against United. Teams have worked out, sit back and nullify the pace at Dark Vision. Southampton didn't really sit back today, mate. They came at us from the start of that game and they wanted it more than us. They outworked us, they outpressed us, they outtaught us, they outpassed us, they outmoved us. They just wanted it more. They played us at our own game and they beat us at our own game. Have to take more shots, said Ziggy. Well, yes, defo. We need to buy someone in January. Even at that, is that going to be enough? Is that going to? What do we do? Go out and get a centre back? Fair enough. He comes in, takes time to settle. We have enough quality in that dressing room that we shouldn't be in this position. We have enough talent at the club that we should be able to sort this out. What else have we got? Get Diego Costa? No, no thanks. Not for me anyway. How was the handball not a penalty? Said Alan Brody. He nearly caught the ball. Between that one and the Mane one, how you don't even get one of them? How would the ref's not even asked to go look at the monitor for one of them? Baffles me. But again, that would be just papering over the cracks. But it's still a valid point to make. It wouldn't have changed how shit we played, but it will still be a valid point. Why are we not getting any of these decisions of VAR? None of the 50-50s have gone our way. None of them. Not that I can think of. Maybe one penalty perhaps earlier on in the season, if I'm being blatantly honest. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll be back tomorrow with a late night agenda. We'll talk transfers. We'll talk about this game. Again, please subscribe to Mundo Sporto, our second channel. I'll be doing a watch-along of Manchester United against Manchester City on that channel. It's our non-Liverpool channel. The semi-final of the League Cup on Wednesday night. I hope you can join me over there for that one. I'm distraught. I'm sure you guys are as well. We need to drag ourselves back into this title race, because playing like that, we ain't going back to back. We need to sort it out, and we need to sort it out quickly, folks. Look, as always, I'll end by, as I always do, wherever you are in the world, I wish your families love, happiness, stay safe, keep yourselves inside as much as possible, take care of each other. I'll be back tomorrow. Up the Reds. Love to each and every one of you.